Good morning. Where have y'all been? I am back rocking and rolling. Let me just pull y'all up. There you are. Good morning, y'all. I missed you. Hey. I hope everybody had an amazing Christmas. It's been a while since I've been live, and I was planning to do this live with my mom, but she had a bad night. She has a really bad restless leg, so she had a really bad night and didn't sleep all night, so she's finally asleep, and I wasn't going to wake her up to come live with me. So, hello from Canada. So we are going to do a bee wreath. Yes, I know it's colder than you know what outside, but I'm thinking of spring, y'all. I'm already moving on. So we are going to be using this Be Blessed sign on the ring board with some black mesh and those cute little bee ribbons. And we're just going to click our heels and do a spring wreath and hope it warms up because it's still cold outside. But I think we're supposed to be in the 70s today. I'm hoping. So, what I did was took the ring board and I just loaded every other inside. So we have 8 zip ties. Is it going to be 74? I thought it was supposed to warm up today for us. So you have 8 zip ties. So I'm using black because I really wanted that yellow to pop off that black. Okay. So I've got 32 inch and we're going to do a ruffle. I've got 16-inch tails. I know, come on, spring. So we've got this cute bee ribbon with the black and yellow Swiss dot. These are both 16 inches. So we are going to load our tails at the same time we load our mesh. Okay? Hello, everybody. Let me bring y'all down. Okay, so you can see every other on the inside, which leaves us with 8 zip ties. Okay, so mesh is cut at 32 inches. That way you only need 1 roll of mesh because you only need 8 pieces, right? So we're just going to scrunch this right up the middle. Actually, let's get our tails ready first. Hey. And you can see this one doesn't have a tail because that's where our bow's going to go. So there's no reason to put a tail there. Just lay one right over the other. Seam your middle. Go ahead and scrunch it and we will get it ready. What did I get from Santa? We usually don't gift each other. I mean, the kids got me some lotion and candles and gift cards and those kinds of things. But me and my husband don't gift to each other. Because throughout the year, we generally just get what we want. All right, we got our tails ready. So let's go ahead and scrunch. It's going to be a big ruffle, y'all. you want, you can put something heavy on that other end. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold this out. You can see how I hold my fingers. That way it stays open here so I can get around it. Lift that up. Place our ruffle right in that zip tie. Get our tails. Go ahead and put those right on top. Get my needle nose, cinch that up really tight. And zip tie it up. Hey, hey. Okay, and then we're just going to take it and kind of wrap it around each other. So see how it opens all that up? So just like that. You got a mini poodle. Awesome. And then bring our tails down. And that's how our tails will go. Like a pancake. It makes it just a little bit flatter. Now, depending on the mesh you use, like the black, I probably could have gotten away with a 25-30 inch ruffle because it covers really well. But if you're using like a white or a yellow, something like that, then you're definitely going to need the larger, like 32, 36 inch ruffle to get the coverage you're going to need because those meshes are really thin. Okay. And if you use like a shorter piece of mesh, then you'll truly get your pancake petal, because this is still too fluffy to really call it a pancake, but it's still the same concept, if that makes sense. Hello, hello. So Mom was supposed to fly out Friday home, and I just happened, something just kept telling me to check her flight, check her flight, check her flight. So I checked it yesterday, and it was canceled. So I'm like, holy cow. So I'm looking for the next available flight, and the next available flight really wasn't until like the 8th. And there was no way she could stay here that long. I mean, she still has the water running in her house because she was afraid it was going to freeze and flood and bust pipes. So the water is still running in her house, y'all. So I was like, okay, well, let me see if I can just change her flight rather than just trying to book her a new one. So I did that, and so she actually flies out on the 1st. So if y'all are having problems rescheduling your flights, go through the reschedule process instead of just trying to book a new flight, or call them, because people are on the phone for like 3 hours plus, y'all, trying to get their flights taken care of. So check your flights before you go to the airport. I mean, I didn't even get an email because I booked her flight, so it's attached to my email. I didn't even get an email that they canceled it, y'all. Like, how does that happen? A wet Scotland. Yeah, we definitely will. Like I said, I was going to do this live with her, but she had a bad night and didn't sleep, so she's finally sleeping. I was not going to wake her up. But she did help me come up with the spring scentas. So there are some new spring scentas available on my website. And we have more coming. Found out hubby's cancers. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Yes, Ruth, it was Southwest. And it's just the fact that they didn't even email me to let me know they had canceled it. Something was just telling me, check her flight, check her flight, check her flight. And so I listened to my gut, because the next step was going to be us driving her home. And I do not like that drive, y'all. It's hard for me to sit in a car that long. They said the airline, yeah, the whole airline is messed up. There's something with the system. They have an old system, and it's just a mess. An absolute mess. Oh, I forgot my tails. Hold on, let me see if this clip will hold this big old ruffle. Stay. You think it'll listen to me? Yeah, I've heard that too. It's going to take them a while. I mean, I need to fly to Tennessee anyway, probably sometime in January. So I could just drive her and stay, but didn't want to have to do that. So hopefully we can get her out on the 1st. If not, then we'll probably have to drive her home. Now this is a lot of mesh to hold, especially with those tails, so you can always double, just zip tie over it and add your tails. Good morning. Oh, I did have my tails ready. Look, see? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. City, oh wow. Watching from your hospital bed. I hope you're all right. So we went to eat at Cheddar's last night, y'all. There were 8 of us, so I called in the afternoon. I was like, can we make a reservation? There's going to be 8 of us. No, we're not usually that busy. We don't take reservations. But call us when you're on your way and we'll get you set up. I call when we're on the way. I'm sitting in their parking lot because we were already there and I was still on hold. Can you believe that? So we finally get a table about 45 minutes later. And of course, Monk is grumpy because he's hungry. My nieces are having a ball. We finally get to the table. She takes our drink order. 43 minutes later, we still don't have our drinks. And usually I'm pretty patient, especially the holidays. You know, everybody's busy and cranky or whatever. But a manager happened to walk by and I was like, sir, like we've been here like 43 minutes or 44 minutes at that point, and we still don't even have our drinks. Can you just please go check on our drinks? He comes back with our drinks. And then he was at our beck and call the rest of the night, y'all. I loved him. He's like, whatever you need, I'm here for you. The poor waitress, I felt so bad for her. But the food was actually really good. It was the first time I had been there. Have y'all eaten at Cheddar's? And is it always that crazy? Their food was good, but I don't know that I'd go back, y'all, if I have to wait that long. Oh, you don't have it, Cheddar's? Taste, smell, or feel? Oh, no. You love Cheddar's, but is it normally like chaotic like that? Lousy service and food. Ah. The painkiller adult beverage. Well, see, I wasn't drinking. Because my son wanted a beer and he was driving us. I was like, well, if you're going to have a beer, then I won't drink and I'll drive us. All right, one more piece, y'all. That's the one good thing about this. You only need 8 pieces. So it's like, it goes quickly. Used to be Bud Good, has gone downhill. You don't go anymore. Monk was excited. He definitely was. He had us up at like 5:30, I think. 5:30, 5:45. So he had a lot of fun. He got a new bike with this cool helmet that's got like spikes on the helmet, and he just thought he was too cool for school. And he got the, what is it, the Xbox S, Series S? From me and Grandpa. From Grandpa and I. And he tried to play it all day, and I was like, I'm not having that. I don't mind electronics, but I'm not going to sit and play electronics all day. Not here, anyway. Think I can do a Mardi Gras? Absolutely. Absolutely. Maybe we can do a Mardi Gras one tomorrow. You want me to do a Mardi Gras using kind of the same method? Probably do it on the oval, though. Mesh is 32 inches long. Tails are 16. All right. Last piece. 4 colors and 3 ribbons. I will definitely think on that. But it would probably be on a ring, on an oval, if I can find everything I need. All right, let's get these tails going the right way. Mom is good. She had a bad night. She had a really bad restless leg, so she didn't sleep at all. But she finally just fell asleep about an hour and a half ago, so I just let her sleep. Because I planned to do this live with her, but no, I'm not going to wake her up. All right, there we go. There's our base. Let's make a bow, y'all. All right, so I don't have a lot of this one left, so we're going to use that in the middle. Do another live when she wakes up. No, I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and start getting Christmas down. You know, while I have help, right? I'm not going to waste good help. And get Valentine up. That's what I'm thinking. And maybe work on a couple more spring Santas. VIP, I think I came up with something we're going to do Saturday. But of course I have to shop. So we'll have to see if I can find it on Amazon. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, there's my jelly bean. So Mom, yo, so I mean, she's never made a Santa. She didn't know what a Santa is, you know. So I'm like, yeah, I've laid everything out. We each have a hot glue gun. And I was like, let's come up with some new sennas for spring. Okay. Hold on, I think we have directional ribbon. We do. Okay. So let's cut this piece off first. So long story short, she didn't realize actually how hard it is to make a senna. Not really hard, but coming up with new designs. She had glue all over it, and then she'd take it off. And I'm like, but now you have another glue spot you have to cover. And finally, I just ripped off the rope, threw it away, gave her another one, ripped off the rope, threw that away, and I said, practice on a plain one. It was so funny. I twist that ribbon with such determination. So she just gave me ideas, and I made the sennas. But it was funny. Good morning. Oh, for sure. We were laughing. And then I'd hear a cuss word, and that meant she burned herself. It's like, oh my God. It was funny. We laughed. We have just enough. And some of those sennas are going to be kits. I loved the rainbow one. Did y'all see that one? Yep, making memories. Ooh, hold on. I about lost it. Can't lose it. Okay. Would you make this one a kit? Ooh. If I can find the stuff, I could probably definitely do that. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Yeah, I'm losing track of my days. Because everybody was off work for so long. I'm like, don't you have to go back to work? Like, go, get out of my house. Try to cut this this down a little bit without cutting my other ribbons. Does Lori have power? As far as I know, I don't think they ever lost power. I know I talked to her, and she didn't say anything about losing her power. Unless it happened today. Did she post something? Separate there. Oh, make them separate. Good morning, good morning. All right. There's a bow. Nice simple bow. All right, let's find our top. Not that it really matters, because we know our bow's going here, so this must be our top. Duh. Duh. All right, so let's get our sign on. So the bow's gonna go here. So we want our sign about right there. Going down under, y'all. Well, she's awake. Go in my restroom. And then you can come back in with me if you want to. Well, I'm almost finished now. She's alive. Surprised she didn't sleep longer. All right, so I'm trying to put it kind of cockeyed. And then to soften up the corners, just bring your ribbon around and you can kind of hide them. All right, and then right there where we didn't put tails, is where our bow's gonna go. Oh, I did that like way too easy. That normally doesn't happen. All right. Having technical difficulties. There we go. I know, so spring. I'm sure all y'all with the snow and everything are so looking forward to spring. I have to play with this ribbon a little bit. Okay, so the way I cut that was I left this part. I went right above that. That way we wouldn't have a cut B at the end. Test results come back just going, oh no, definitely. No, my scissors are not from Amazon. Where did I get these? Either from Unique in the Creek. I know Ranch House had a red pair, just like this, or Deco Exchange, I believe. But I'm pretty sure Unique in the Creek has them. If she doesn't, I know she will, because I went with her to order. Oh, we'll be thinking about you, Roseanne. One more side. Tighten it just a bit, I think. I don't want it so tight that it smushes, but I want it tight enough to where it doesn't flop either. See if we can bring, there we go. Bring that one down there. That's sits better. It's got to sit pretty. Hold on. Let's do this. And then bring that one over. There we go. That way we don't just see those sharp edges. There you go. So when it's hanging, you can definitely read all of the sign. We can bring these down a little bit to kind of cover those big places of mesh. So look how cute. There's our bow. Play with it and get it fixed a little bit. There you go. All right, this one is available on my website. It says live 12/28/22. It's almost New Year, y'all. So if you want it, go grab it. monkeyscreations.com. New centers are uploaded. Look, I said that right. I was thinking about it in my head. When I think about it, I can say it right. We'll do new ones. Do a couple more today, I believe. And that's it. I'll have 2 new kits coming out next week. I'm not bringing them out this week because I have too much to do. Let's just be honest, right? Christmas needs to come down. So y'all have an amazing day. Hopefully we can go live tomorrow with Mom. And I'll see if I can find something Mardi Gras that we can put together. All right. Y'all have an awesome day. Bye, y'all.